back to another episode. It's Kiara.
It's Raven.
Helena.
And our first male guest. I don't know what you want us to call you.
Larry Darnell. Yes, Larry. My name.
Larry Darnell. Welcome, Larry. You're literally the first guy. So this is fun.
Thank you.
First guest, right? Oh, yeah, no, another guest.
We had this. Yeah, he's the second.
Who was the other guest?
My cousin.
Her cousin. Girl, where you been?
I
don't know where you were. Yeah, that was a good episode.
That was a
yeah, didn't tell me.
You weren't here. I think you... I don't know where you were. You were doing something with your kids.
Yeah.
But we had her one day.
That was a good one. So I want to play a game.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. All right. So would you rather? I'll start soft and then we'll go higher.
I'm here to win.
Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into your future or 20 years into your future? 10 minutes or 20 years?
Oh. 10 minutes or 20 years?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 20 years.
Why?
'Cause 10 minutes it's too short. Like anything could, it's not substantial in my brain. Yeah, the 20 years feels like it'd be more impactful. Lets me know what happened.
What y'all going with?
10 minutes.
Really?
I don't want to see too much.
Right.
20 years.
What do you see when you die and this and this and that?
I want to know.
I don't.
You telling the person that has anxiety. I want to know everything.
I have
right
anxiety too.
Real bad. I want to know. So I can prepare.
So, prepare and prevent.
If either.
Yeah, the foreshadowing, right?
Right. I need to know. So if I'm going to be like, 20 years, damn, I'm dead. I ain't going to work.
Facts. Yeah, fuck this job.
Yeah. Let me go do what I need to do.
Facts. Get my life.
I'm going to quit anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
I say 10 minutes because you can see a lot in 10 minutes. Because it didn't say it's going to be just like the next 10 minutes. It could be 10 minutes of me doing like seeing everything.
So I could choose a random increment. It could be 10 minutes at, I could pick 11:30. It don't have to be the next 10 minutes.
I feel like I would rather be like 10 minutes where it's like one of them things where you fast forward. So it's like I'm going to just hold the fast forward button down for 10 minutes and see everything and then be like, all right. No.
Maybe.
Like
I feel like it still wouldn't give me enough information.
Yeah,
I don't know.
20 years.
20 years from now? Okay. Would you rather have power or respect?
Power.
Power? I want respect.
Power demands respect.
There are a lot of powerful people I don't respect. I'd rather have respect.
What's respect nowadays?
However you define it. Because it's your respect.
But then power, depending on what power you have, you need to respect.
Depends.
It's like saying, do you rather have money or love?
Money.
Yeah. Because you can buy love. Whether it's, you can have love and not have real love.
You can buy love. You can have buy fake love.
No, you can have love and he still leave you and not be real. Just because your love is real doesn't mean his love is real.
Well, then it ain't love.
You have
it needs to be mutual love.
You have to love. I mean, and then everything's expired. Just like money runs out, love runs out too. He dies. Shit. Give me the money.
You're talking to the wrong one.
I'm
going to pick love.
Shit. Give me money.
Right. Money over love. I'm not buying love. I have to buy love.
No, I'm picking love.
Love's important. Yeah. But money is also important.
So okay.
And they're both
Love's important, but would you date a broke man? Will you love a broke man? When I say broke, working broke, and bum broke.
Are you talking about bum broke?
No, when I say okay, will you love a man who have absolutely nothing?
I can love somebody for who they are. It doesn't mean that our relationship is going to be the best, but it doesn't mean that I can't love him.
Right.
No, she's asking though if he's broke, meaning like homeless.
He can't do anything for you.
Yeah, if he's homeless, are you rocking with a homeless nigga?
Okay.
Not in this place in my life now.
Exactly. See, that's why
So
the
give
money
me the
is
money.
important. Yeah, it's the money.
But see, I want you to have enough money to be able to take care of yourself. You don't have to be like the richest man in the world,
Facts.
but you will be able
Yeah.
to take care of yourself.
That's why the money comes first,
That's why the
though.
money
Then
come
you
first.
can get the
Yeah.
love. No.
Because that's how niggas prioritize it.
Yeah,
Y'all prioritize money and then relationships.
some of them.
Smart
yeah.
ones.
You smart,
Right.
The smart
there you
ones,
go. Because
yeah.
I know some. I'm like,
Yeah.
sir, your
Yeah.
priorities is fucked up. Why you worried about me?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think, too, it's the idea of, like, a man versus a boy or a woman versus a girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's, like, your priorities say a lot about you. Or,
Yeah.
like, the idea of, like, material possessions. Like, in Black America, like, there's, you know, millions of niggas that got Benzes or, you know, millions of women that have Louis bags but fucked up credit or no savings accounts, right?
And then
You know?
always be coming from the flea market.
Yeah.
DH gate.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm gonna give me one.
I'm about to say chill out.
Listen, I be like, let me get them little Gucci slides. Are they uncomfortable? Because I be asking, girl, do they feel okay?
Like,
Screaming.
that shit real, but,
Yeah.
you know, it's the idea of, like, who we impressing.
Mhm.
Or, like, what do we value? So,
Yeah.
but, I know for me, like, I've did that before, though. I've, like, been, like, in a relationship where we both drowning because, like, I lost my job and she kind of lost her job, too. So, it was like,
Damn.
hey, you can't, that,
And
no,
the
money.
love fades right after that. Struggles will ruin love real quick. So
Yeah, so we just talked about that.
I'm just always fucked up all the time. I don't know because, but then I don't want to buy no fake love either.
Right.
So
That's why they say date within your means.
at me next time.
I
I know.
Okay, would you rather have your browser history checked or your text threads?
Kill me because I'm coming out
Message.
swinging.
You rather have your texts checked over your browser history?
I be googling weird shit.
Did you hear what we just talked about?
Oh.
Don't go in my private mode.
Yeah, I was about to say, okay, if you're talking about private mode, you can Google my shit. Yeah, because
I
if you're
don't know
talking about
about
Google
that.
my private,
I'm gonna break the fucking phone.
Yeah,
You can't look
it's-
at nothing.
No.
Both of them are bad.
But
I
then
would
our
text
threads,
Yeah, I was I'm not letting nobody check my text thread.
I mean, I'll just be ready to fight, but you know,
I have a lot of group chats and a lot of
I be saying some shit, but
if
If you-
I be saying some
I
shit.
be saying some shit. But if you know me, that ain't a surprise.
Right. Like I wouldn't care if my text
Yeah.
threads got leaked to y'all. Like, oh,
It depends on who it is.
y'all know who I am.
Now, if y'all mean y'all gonna just like my shit gonna be leaked to the internet,
To your
I'm-
Facebook, all your
Ooh.
Facebook friends.
Oh, your mom and them can see that shit too?
Dang, do I be talking about my mama? No.
I don't be talking about my mama, but we
But
be
I
talking
don't
about
want-
some
I don't
shit.
want my mama to see. Yeah, I don't want my mama. No. My mama don't need to read some of the stuff that has been said, the language that has been used.
Long as they can't see my private,
the private search.
yeah. As long as they
Yeah.
can see that, whatever. Y'all see, this girl be looking at random shit, but
Okay. Accidentally, would you rather accidentally send your parent a nasty text or have them accidentally send you a nasty text?
die.
Yes,
Them?
either.
Them.
Either.
You said them?
Let them send it to me.
Oh, how about
I
no?
don't want to see.
No,
I don't want them to see mine either.
I think that's the slow death. Yeah, it just kind of.
Because it's like
Yeah.
they never look at you the same way.
That's
I
the
don't want.
lose.
No,
I mean, I can just look at my mom and be like, you nasty.
No, I
That's
don't want.
about it.
No,
I don't want to.
I don't
know
want to see my
mama's-
mama. That yeah, no. I guess it'd be me. Yeah, I'd
A
rather.
nasty text from your
I'd
mama?
rather it be me.
I'd rather be them than me.
No.
This is like playing Saw.
Yes,
Shit.
it's painful. All excruciating.
Okay, your partner have a past of being a sex worker or having slept with over 300 people.
Was it both like the
I
same?
better say that's the same
Yeah.
thing, ain't
Yeah.
it? But I mean,
Yeah. Which is worse, I guess.
No, because you think they could have been like a sex worker for like one day and then like just sucked a couple dicks or something, man. It's like, all right.
that's
like,
true. And then a sex worker can also
So
be
that's
somebody. The
Yeah,
sex,
versus 300 niggas.
an
Yes.
OnlyFans is a sex worker, and they might not be having
That's
sex with
true.
anybody.
That's true. I'm gonna take the sex worker. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because you could be pussy popping on a handstand and not
Mhm.
nobody touching.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all good. Not 300 niggas though. That's like no.
Yeah. Remember we talking about blowed out?
Mm.
Blowed out.
No, thank you.
Right? No. All right.
We don't want that.
You. Sloppy Joe's.
Sloppy Joe.
Roast beef.
Oh no, I'm on roast beef lips.
Arby's.
Oh no.
We had the meat.
Oh, no, the Vin Rain shit.
Ooh, Lord.
That's bad.
You don't want that.
Bust the lips. No thanks. Good on those.
Oh my god. Okay.
Good on those.
Your partner asks you to role play. Would you rather play as a slave?
I knew I said this bitch gonna say slave.
Oh no.
Or the baby. You role play as the baby in the
diaper and shit.
And everything.
Oh no. I can't do the diaper.
Oh, that's weird. Being a baby is weird.
Being a
So
slave is weird.
that's weird too, but I'm thinking a child. Like, why don't I want to pretend to be a child?
Diaper.
Oh, Kunta.
I'm gonna be the house nigga because I'm light skinned. So you
you're definitely in the plan. Yeah,
so I'm
making
play
lemonade and shit. So you're good. You'll be a housemaid.
With your
I'm
be
alright,
a slave too.
but I'm in a better position, so I'm gonna take that one.
Yeah, you just be a maid. I would be
a maid.
Yeah.
There are no.
I'm a mammy.
You're right. There's no such thing as maid.
You're right.
I'm a
Slave.
mammy.
You're definitely a mammy.
That's how I'll be a mammy before I be a baby.
Yeah.
Will you let him you get the bottle and he be like goo goo gaga?
Hell no, that's weird.
That's just not cool.
That is
diaper
weird.
and shit.
Mm-mm.
All right, he or she is a 10 but doesn't believe in wearing deodorant.
Then he a -1.
Yeah, that's
not.
That is. You're downgrade automatically out of ranking. Like
there are musty couples out here though. Like they
they're both losing.
Yeah, like they both teach we don't wear.
They both
we're
stinking.
natural.
No, thank you.
Do they wear anything?
Listen, I used to work with a guy. He was the coolest white boy ever, but I think his wife was vegan. They started being too natural,
Oh, no.
and he was. There's times he was coming to work and be musty. He was eating vegan gum. He was just doing
vegan gum.
It was
Okay, I'm gonna say I tried the thing with the natural deodorants, and I was like, I smell like a scallion. So I was like, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Give me the shit with the chemicals,
Yeah.
the cancer causing chemical. Give me them because I'm not gonna smell like a
He
scallion.
was musty, and to be musty for 8 hours in an office in a cubicle.
And you smell yourself before because I'm like, I don't like that.
I don't think he cared, and he was so hi.
Why she say a scallion though?
Very specific. I was like,
the fishy, the
it was
the oyster, sea salt. I could just envision that. Like
it was giving Myrtle Beach, and I was like, I don't like that.
Myrtle Beach.
No, that's not cool. That's musty.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough.
She or he is a 10 but has 6 kids.
Oh, that's a negative now. Yeah, that's it.
Wow, they're a 10 though.
No, they're not.
They're not a 10. You can't be a 10 with that many kids.
You can't.
All right, last one. He or she is a 10 but smokes Black and Mouse and drinks 40s.
Ooh, I mean they're a gangster.
Sound regular to me.
No.
Regular.
You remember the niggas I talked to? Well, he didn't drink
Black and
40s.
Mouse and 40s.
He didn't drink 40s, but everything else sound about right.
40s and Bud Light.
They drink. That's what I said. Whatever that shit they begin at the
This
corner
ain't
store.
a 10.
There's no, he ain't a 10, but that's regular.
Black and Mouse.
A Black and Mouse, that's college.
He's
that was college for me.
Yeah, that's college
Yeah,
stuff.
shout out to Auntie.
Hood niggas.
I did such shit.
Mm.
40.
Yeah, don't be drinking no 40s.
I don't know about no.
At our
40s.
big age, that's old people stuff.
I didn't even know they still made those, but
My coworker would go on lunch break. She would go drink a 40.
she white.
No, she was biracial, but she was definitely black. So,
Mm.
heavy on the
Nigga
black.
side.
Yeah, and she would go on her lunch break and drink a whole 40. She would buy 2, drink 1.
What?
And then she would go to Subway or something, get a cup and pour the rest of the
She think nobody can smell
It would
that
be
shit.
at her desk drinking.
Just
That's all
oozing
bad.
through her pores. What was she going through?
And she was light skinned. So she
was red.
Yeah, she wasn't.
She would be ready to be like, it's hot. Sorry. All them times I thought she was hot just because she was hot. I didn't know she was drinking 40.
Did you not smell it on her?
No, I didn't know she would go on her lunch and drink like that until my homegirl went to lunch one day. She said, she be drinking 40, so I learned. I was like, that's why she come back and be like, I'm burning up, y'all. It's hot.
I want to know what made her want a 40 of all the drinks. A 40.
Coke 45, the big one.
Yeah.
She would chug one, get another one, go to someplace like Hungry House.
She was fighting some demons. Because ain't
She
a
was.
40? Two of
your
them.
lunch.
That's bad.
This is like a daily almost.
I hope she's in rehab.
No, she's still drinking. She's a drinker.
No.
She's like a beer drinker at that. Not even like, I mean, she'll drink liquor too.
I'm sure because she drinks 40s. She don't care.
But how do you get hot from drinking beer?
When you start getting drunk, you gonna get hot.
She used to be sweating. It wouldn't be that like hot in there.
But you,
I wore a sweater every day to work. I'm like, everyone in here got on cardigans, and you sit over here with a red face, sweat dropping down. Like, oh my god,
Losing.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome. That was the game I had. So we do a thing called Just the News.
Okay.
What else could he be but a jester? A jester? A jester? A funny idea, a jester.
So, today's news. Twitter users react to a viral love story of a couple who got married after a first date in a Popeyes parking lot.
I saw that headline.
Yes. So, people are weighing in on this interesting love story. It's about Stevenson Boyce and Sharia Wade, a Boston couple that met on the dating app Hinge. According to the article, Stevenson had canceled their first date 2 times before the pair linked up in a Popeyes parking lot. Sharia said that they talked for so long that Stevenson decided to purchase himself a meal from the KFC across the street. Purchase himself. Sharia didn't let the unconventional first date deter her. The two continued to see each other, eventually becoming boyfriend and girlfriend. Months later, during a trip to Barbados, Stevenson proposed to Sharia with a ring purchased by his close friend and colleague.
What?
The couple got married on July 23rd.
So that was like a first time seeing marriage. So they've been talking. So
they met on Hinge. He canceled their first date twice. He flaked on her twice. And then one day he called her and said, hey, come meet me over here at Popeyes. And she pulled up.
Wow.
And then they've been in there talking so long that he got hungry. He went across the street to KFC to get food for himself.
Wow.
Not her.
And she married.
Wow.
She married. And the friend brought the ring. He didn't buy the ring.
How you convince your friend to buy a ring?
What the fuck is going on?
He must have some blackmail. Nigga, you owe me. His friend must be YK Osiris. You know he owe everybody money. Yeah, I need to be friends with him.
How you convince your friend to get you a ring?
Thanks. What kind of ring was that? A bubblegum ring?
It was a real ring, so I don't know what type of favors they got going on. But
did he buy the ring and give it to his friend to bring it? Or?
No, his friend bought the ring.
So you don't have money for a ring. You don't have money to be in no relationship.
How the fuck they get to Barbados? How the fuck they was in Barbados?
I think he just might be a cheap nigga.
No, unless it's something where your friends like, if you ever get married, your ring is on me.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know no nigga who got home.
I love y'all, and I'm not going to buy a ring for y'all men.
Where they do that at?
Yeah.
I don't know no nigga who got a friend that's like, I'm gonna buy you a ring.
That's not that a nigga.
Nigga only just get you weed.
No, they do.
No.
Barely.
A burger.
Right.
Yeah.
Weed and
Niggas
burgers.
don't even want to do that. You gotta pay a nigga back.
Girl.
That's the standard.
You know you owe me that 8 for last week.
You're right. That's
Nobody that 8.
Would you buy a ring for your friend?
I mean, if you call me like, hey, I need a ring and I'm about to get married, can you grab me this real quick or whatever? I mean, if I had the money,
that's different. I can see you doing that for us, but like the situation is what you said is different.
I mean, but his friend might be the same thing too.
I don't know if it's a loan, but the way that they worded it didn't make me feel like it was a loan.
You're a good friend. I want to let you know that shit
you are.
too.
I mean, you don't know what predicament. I mean, like you said, he might owe him some money or whatever. Maybe. Like, hey, I'm in a bind. I'll pay you later.
You let one of your friends borrow 10 bands?
Nigga, I ain't got 5.
So I'm saying if a ring, that's like an average ring.
That's
ring.
You gotta lower that. That nigga met her in the Popeyes, so it definitely wasn't no $5,000 ring.
They went to Barbados though.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
I'm gonna assume.
I mean, niggas going to Barbados, taking the girl to Barbados.
Yeah, I think he probably just the case where he's like, hey, can you just give me this ring and I'll pay you back, kind of thing. Like I said, of course, the internet's not gonna give you the whole full detail. Right?
But let's see, the caption that he put up on the picture of them at their wedding was, he basically just applauded her for accepting the bare minimum. Like, oh, she didn't want no fancy dates or this or that. Like, she accepted the least. Mm-hmm. That's why I married her.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
Very embarrassing. Let me tell you something. A nigga better not ever put anything embarrassing about me. They like to put these long paragraphs about how I cheated on you for 10 years. I spent all your money and ruined your credit. And I had babies outside of the relationship.
Baby like it was yours.
But you still here for me.
Delete all that.
I will swallow a sword before I let a nigga embarrass me like that. Literally. That is so embarrassing.
Yeah,
Don't
embarrassing.
ever do that.
All you gotta do is be like, I appreciate you for being there all these years. That's all you gotta say.
So you're saying you would never let a nigga herb guy to you, like how
yes,
Shani did.
Absolutely.
Corn.
Thank you. Big corn. Because why?
Yes.
That was making me mad. He spent an hour talking about Shanti.
I kept commenting on them. Corn. They're putting corn on. Because why are you still talking about that one from 20 years ago?
That's horrible.
You got everything else going on. Why you got her name in your mouth?
Because you can't have her.
Keep Ashanti's name out your mouth.
Please.
Oh, yeah. Nelly should have did that. Somebody.
Is Nelly still dating?
No. No. Nelly was with, whatchamacallit?
What's her name? Start with S. Something.
Whatever that girl is. He was with a different girl for years.
She got to say something.
But
I don't be listening to these things.
But Irv was married. He's recently divorced, so it's not like him and Ashanti been together. It's been over 20 years.
Was he like a manager or something?
I think so,
something like that. Manager.
But don't be talking about me.
Yeah, you don't have to be talking about her.
Yeah. After 20 years, we don't talk. Why are you?
That's horrible.
They're not friends no more?
I don't think they're friends.
Did you hear about it? So they was talking.
He pillow talking. Yeah. Don't talk about nothing about what we did. I mean, why are you using my name? Because I can't say no. Listen, I tell stories, but I'm never gonna go on my hair and be like, with this particular nigga, I'm not gonna put him out like that.
He was trying to say that her song "Happy." He was like, "Oh, that song came about after we had sex." And, he said niggas get inspired after they have sex and they get creative.
Yeah, he was going
there.
So he was like, she wrote the song, I'm so happy. Like, as if trying to say it was about them.
Yeah, after his dick made her happy.
That's cute.
Maybe she just said the beat made her happy. Like,
he looked like a loser.
He got so much other things to talk about. That's what's bothering me. Drake already told us that niggas talk more than bitches these days. So
they do.
Bars.
They do.
Because I don't know a lot of girls who just go out there with, unless you just like them girls that was on that podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Them hoes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's next level nasty.
But see, they were looking for clout.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm not ever going to talk about a nigga I was with a year ago.
I'm not going to come on here and be like, hey, me and Ben from why the hell? It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter.
The only person you go to, if I'm married, be like, 20 years ago when I was with this nigga.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I don't know. Somebody said Drink Champs is like the red table talk for niggas. At this point.
It might be.
Because they just going on there.
They get up there, get drunk, and get loose.
Fizz is on there talking about Omarion.
Fizz? Why is he even getting interviews?
Fizz must got a thing for Omarion at this point because the way that he's so pressed that this man do not talk to him.
I didn't know nigga was alive still.
Relevant.
I mean,
no, he did that to get back on tour. Probably
I think they were cordial, so they could go on tour, but they were never like friendly after that because after you've been with that man, baby mama,
that's horrible.
Yeah,
you crossed the line.
There ain't nobody baby mama. No, that's your nigga.
Right, and they did all that, and they're not together.
Yeah,
so,
she over there dancing with Tay Diggs.
Right.
I'm trying to
like sisters.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Yeah,
I was surprised. I was like, he got a girl of color.
Well, I guess because she's not a full sister, so we'll see. I don't think he go full black.
What is she? Filipino?
She's some type of Asian and black.
Yeah, I don't know where her mom is. Korean or I don't know.
Something weird. Well, yeah, that was just the news. Let's get into Throne Talk.
Everybody knows me. I'm a queen. This is called royalty over here, okay? I'm not stepping off my throne to address no bum, no chicks that are beneath me, and nobody that has not worked as hard as I worked for anything.
Okay, this week's Throne Talk is brought to you by you, because this is your topic.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that was. It was just a great thought. It was a great thought.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the title?
Pussy, Power, and Positioning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how those all correlate.
PPP.
Triple P's.
And not alone. It might be monkeypox lung.
Oh no.
Monkeypox.
This message is sponsored by washing your hands, nigga. Wash your hands, nigga.
I second. I'm Raven.
I approve this message. I can't remember how this came about, but it pretty much is like what motivates men, pretty much.
Yeah, daily life, yeah.
Since you're our male today, we're about to beat you up.
I'm here for
a lot of your thoughts.
I'm here for it. It's all open. Why not? It's all up.
So I'll start. So as a man, what motivates you besides pussy and power? Money.
I think growing up, I know for me, like, seeing my mom and dad together, they really got to like 44 years. So I always kind of like wanted to have a family, but also knew like, when you were young, like those hormones kind of take over something different, or, like the idea of like monogamy, when you're younger, or like what it is to even date, or like, sex and how that all correlated. So I know like once I like even started like, like growing up, or like once I got to like, my teenage years and being in high school, I kind of always wanted to just be successful, have like a career, and everything else would come, like as far as like the money or the women, the happipiness. So that's how I was like kind of raised.
What about your friends? What would you say motivates your friends? Same thing? Depending on the friend? Yeah,
well, a lot of my friends were like, money driven too, but women, was always, like just growing up, it's like niggas in heat always.
So women motivate you?
Yeah, it's always there.
You get money because you want women.
Well, I think they always say like you can, like a man gets his haircut for a woman, like you get your car to impress a woman, like a nigga ain't getting a haircut to be like, hey mama, like you're my nigga, look at my fade.
Hey mama.
Yeah. Or like, you know what I mean? Yeah, nigga, look at my fade, look at these waves spinning. Like, nah, you trying to. Yeah, it's all competition. Yeah. It's all competition. It's the same thing for women. You getting your hair done for a reason.
I get my hair done because I like to look at myself.
This is true. Well, I like to look at myself too. But it's a bonus too. Yeah. Somebody else of the opposite sex, acknowledges it. It doesn't hurt.
I mean, there are women that, they're going to put that shit on for a man, but I don't care what niggas think, because I could throw on the trash bag and I'm still going to get a nigga. So, if I do something, it's because it makes me feel good.
Now, is it a Missy trash bag, or is it like just a glass?
It could be one that.
Yeah, and also like, and we all know like the idea of like it's the caliber though, because like women like by a woman having a vagina, y'all can get literally any, like men are starving, right? If vagina's a stock, like it's always hot.
You said not anymore.
What you mean? What happened?
Pussy ain't the only thing out here no more.
What else got invented besides pussy?
Yeah, gay men out here too.
He's talking from the straight man's perspective.
I'm a straight man, so I can't talk for gay niggas. Yeah,
I was like, damn, what's?
Yeah, I can't talk for gay niggas.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, but they don't. Oh no!
I love that show.
Uncle Cliff out here. It's a lot of Uncle Cliffs out here. Yeah. But yeah, I'm only attracted to women though. But yeah, like so it's. And me and my friends are all, straight men, so just for the record. Yeah. But so it's always been like a combination of like, like the competition of like, what are we doing it for? And it's, of course, like you said, is, I want to be successful for myself, but it's also like, I can't date myself either, or I can't have kids by myself, or eventually if I want to have a family, I know getting a haircut or having a certain kind of bank account or a nice car, or even having a car or having an apartment, things that are mandatory, I think, or how I grew up is shit that most niggas like, or why nobody gets married, because women like, yo, nigga, you ain't got this shit, I got everything, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm. Then you have all those, what kind of woman are you trying to attract then?
Well, like you said, when I think of a woman, I think of a woman that has, ambition. Or, everything I describe as myself is the female version, so, you want a career, you're ambitious, goal-oriented, ambitious, And I know for me, you know, I can't date a woman with kids just because I don't have kids. But, you know, it's like, I think everybody, I don't know if y'all remember, but I think it felt like now like 10 years ago or some shit, but they had like the Chili show or some shit. Remember she had like the list? You remember she had like her own little shit on VH1? Or like when it was way back. Whatever, right? But I just remember she had like a list of like 90 things. She did. You know, like a nigga gotta have all this shit, right? And I think like everybody kind of has a list. Like the older you get, especially once you get past your 30s, your list only you don't get older and get less picky. Mm-hmm. You know, you get older and be like, all right, this nigga better have this. So if you got kids, better not have 2 kids. If this nigga, all right, your kids better not be over the 20 or whatever, right? Yeah. So like now for me, it's like I already know what I want, and you know I just date in my. You know, I date somebody that looks like me versus like, oh, she got a big butt. Let me fuck with her. I think that's what most niggas do, you know, because we're so visual. Mm-hmm. And like we come back, we want the heart later. Or like we will take a girl that, we talked about this before, like most niggas will date a girl that looks like a trophy and she be stupid as fuck, has no ambition. Yeah. She's literally like a liability, you know, like a bill, not an asset. Mm-hmm. You know, but, you know, you want her for her assets. And not because she can be an asset. Yep. Yeah, literally. Bars. Her asset. You caught it? Bars.
Yeah, but so. That's true. That's true. What makes you feel masculine?
Oh, I think that's such a tough, you know, like a tough topic, especially like because Black women and like with the idea of now, like there's so many Black men that are bitches. You know, they'll wear skirts or, you know, pee when they sit down. You know, so, you know, or even like she was saying earlier, like with the idea of, you know, like being gay and like how there's so many men that could look like, you know, they could have a beard or whatever, have all these muscles and be fucking a nigga when you go home or like hollering at you and your girls and, you know, sucking dick. So, for me, like, what makes me, no, you know, I'm just... It's her face. Yeah, it's the faces for me, right? No, so for me to, like, be more specific to answer the question, you know, what makes a man is, you know, being able to provide, you know, and it's bigger than just, like, financially. You know, I think every woman wants security, knowing, like, you know, a man can be a protector also. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's always being in that kind of position of, you know, leading and, doing things that are, I don't want to say manly because I don't feel like if I watch sports, like you can't watch sports or I lift weights and you can't, you know what I mean? Like I don't think it's so much like a gender roles, but, you know, just me being me. So I think that's what, is a man.
You want an alpha female? Does that turn you off?
You said on or off?
Off. An alpha female. Because you know how some men don't want...
Oh, that's such a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I got to light the blunt up on that one, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah, but no, you know, I think that's so like it's so complex, right? Because like when you think of alpha, naturally you think of like, you know, almost godly or such a like the persona. They're so strong. Right. But if I'm strong, I want you to be strong too.
So, but does it not come off as masculine because of like, oh, you have too many masculine traits if you're an alpha female?
No, like that turns me on because if you a boss, I'm a boss. So like, I want somebody to look like me. I don't want you to be weak. I don't, you know, and like I've always said, and this is kind of similar, but it's a little kind of a hood comparison or metaphor. Mm-hmm. But I always thought like, you know, because you know, especially when you little, like, you know, you going out on your dates and shit, and you're, you know, even high school or maybe college, and you go to the movies or something. Mm-hmm. I always said, if I go to the bathroom, me and my girl out chilling, we go to the mall or the movies, bodega, I don't want to go to the bathroom and I come back and you about to fight a girl and you're afraid. You know what I mean? Like, you're shook or you, like, calling for me. You know, when I'm in the bathroom, like, I want you to be able, like, I'm coming outside, I don't want you to be, like, killing a woman, but I want to know that you can handle yourself, right? You know, and I think that's the part of being grown, but it's also like the correlation of a woman wants a man that's strong. But if you're already strong, and it's like the idea of being secure, because if I'm secure, then I know that and in my masculinity, I'm not offended by you being strong as a woman, right? You know,
so it's like more like being strong, not physically, but financially, mentally.
Yeah,
and like you go to the bathroom. When you come back, at least you know she already bought the popcorn and bought the soda, not waiting for you to pay for it.
Yeah, no, I'm with both of them though. Yeah, so I'm not intimidated though. But it's also because of the fact that I'm not expecting my woman to like provide anything that I wouldn't expect, you know, provide for her. Right. You know, because I really believe like it's even. You know, and even though, of course, every day, or it's not like 50-50 every moment of your marriage, right, or your relationship, but most of the time, it's like it's a partnership. If you with that person, it's like, I got you, you got me. You know, and if you fucking up, well, I got you. You fell down, like, let me pick your ass up, nigga, down. You know, versus like, you know, why you fucking down there? You know, it's just it's a vibe, you know.
Yeah, because, you know, a lot of men nowadays say they want, you know, it's that whole, you got that Kevin Samuels. He helps perpetuate this. He helped perpetuate this.
Bartender.
As I like the blunt up for that.
Because he did that all the time. Most of his stuff when it came to women, he was like, you're talking to her, you sound like a man. Like, if a woman would start getting, I guess, emotional or passionate about what she's saying, he's like, you sound like a man.
Yeah, I think, and you know, Kevin Samuels, man, that man, he was a lot. You know, a lot of shit he said wasn't wrong though, but I think it's always like the delivery. You know, we're twins and shit. You know, but yeah, I think it's so easy to offend people, especially when you like use those kind of words and you know you target. You know, but I don't feel like I have to, you know, go on a diatribe about why a woman's fucking up if I don't realize that I fucked up before too. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think we can't just say all women are fucking up or all men are fucking up. It's each situation, you know, and saying, being more honest and saying, okay, I was fucking up, but I'm not going to do that no more. You know, and this is what I choose. And it's also just coming from me being older, you know. I'm now in my 30s, but when I was 20, I might have been like somebody say a fuck nigga, right? Or on some, you know, just player shit, you know.
But Kevin Samuels definitely created a whole tribe of niggas, a whole following.
Incels.
Right.
Niggas that get no pussy.
Right.
Facts.
Because a lot of these niggas take it. I'm not, now, Kevin Samuels does have some points. He has some points. I would say that he's just a bit harsh. But some of these niggas took these words and lived by it. Like, this was their Bible.
Right.
Yeah.
And they take it and they use it against women in a disrespectful way. That's why we can't fuck with it.
Facts, yeah. Facts.
Because you know how many niggas I seen put up a status be like, why do women complain about being cheated on or whatever when Beyonce got cheated on by Jay-Z? Like, pretty much saying, like, y'all should deal with it. And these women look like this. And they're soft and feminine, like, you know, because now everyone has their definition of what soft and feminine is.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to be soft and feminine when I feel safe with you. If you making the thug come out in me,
that's on you.
It's because you're bringing it out of me.
Yeah.
As I said, that's not even me. So if I'm being too hard, I feel like I got to be gangster with you all the time. You ain't the man for me.
Yeah. And it's just about respect too, and I think like y'all saying too, like the biggest problem with like Kevin Samuels with like those kind of issues is like making it a target. You know, like the black woman is a target, and you know, this is why y'all fucking up, and let's make a show out of it.
Right.
You know, it's not like it's on display, and I always think it's so easy to point at everybody else, but not look in the mirror. Yeah. So I think, you know, that's the thing I love doing the most is I'm always constantly like looking at myself and thinking, okay, if I'm single, if I want to be happy, or, you know, if I want more money, what am I going to do to get, you know, in a position to change it versus talking shit.
Right.
Or criticizing, you know, the black woman.
Yeah, his delivery was terrible.
Yeah. He also did it, though, to get clickbait, you know, to get money.
Yeah.
So I don't think he believed most of that shit.
I don't know about that.
The way he said it, you know.
I think he believed it.
Well, I think I know he did believe it, but I think he knew it was a show too. Like he went extra, like, you know, with like how he did it. Like he was a circus master, right. Or, you know,
he was real performative.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Like,
but
he was a good actor.
Niggas don't have your level of intelligence to be able to filter through some of that. Because some niggas listen to that and it's like, this is my daddy now.
Yeah,
like,
this is.
Like, they never had no
that was their Bible.
Niggas is dumb. They dumb.
Yeah.
I'm
most.
sorry. Yes, most. That's what I'm saying. The majority. You're rare. Yeah. Because I couldn't have conversations like this with niggas. Just
they'd be so quick to defend Kevin.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like, at least admit that, okay, the nigga was wrong for that. Because now niggas talk really reckless to women because of him.
Yeah.
Because like before this whole Kevin Samuel thing, a lot of niggas wasn't doing that. But y'all play Steve Harvey. We don't want to listen to Steve Harvey, but Steve Harvey ain't really saying nothing no different than some of what Kevin said.
They're the same shit.
It's just different when it was
different delivery.
Yeah. Steve Harvey just wrote a book.
Yeah.
That's just rough.
Yeah, but I would rather take advice from Steve than Kevin.
I would too.
Cause like,
right.
He's a little better. He's slightly better.
Yeah.
A little more morals.
Yeah.
A little more respectful.
Yeah.
A lot more respectful.
A lot of more respectful. Yeah.
How long does it take for a man to know that he wants a serious relationship with a woman?
Ooh. That's such a tough question.
I
know. Yeah, 'cause I feel like it kind of transforms. I think about that shit a lot. You know, because it's like this, the physical versus the mental. You know, because men are naturally, we're so visual. Like, so if I see a woman and like, you know, I know she's a baddie or like on a scale of like a 9 to 10, more than likely the sad part is she's an asshole. So it's like, I'm kind of turned off, but my, you know, like visually I look at her like, oh damn, she's dope. Right. But once I start talking to her, it's different. So, I think when you first look at somebody, you know if you're attracted to them or like, oh, they can get it. Mm-hmm. But once you start talking to them, like the layers peel back and say, okay, this could be a relationship or this is just like some one night shit. You know, or like this is not, it's some temporary, you know. So I think it's like you look at somebody, then you start talking to them like, oh, I like this person. And or you look at them and then you talk to them like, okay, I ain't fucking with you.
So no timeline on it, just depends.
Yeah, it's really just the conversation. Yeah.
If the conversations get somewhere, because I feel like nowadays a lot of these niggas don't be talking about nothing. It's small talk. Yeah. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? The same shit I was doing 30. Like, stop talking. Yeah, I get irritated. Like, I don't even want to talk. Right. Now, can I have your number? No.
Now the thing about that though, and I've had this conversation before, and I'm not one of those guys, but I think we always have to be realistic though, and I am, you know, surrounded by 3 amazing black women. But I do want to say though, you know, it's like, I think it's like if I flip the question on you, right? You know, when you first look at a nigga, like, okay, this nigga could get it, or this could be a husband, right? But because I remember I learned that in 12th grade, like one of my girls I was dating, her mom was like, yeah, we know 0.25 seconds or some shit.
I'm about to say that y'all be gold spray painted trash bags.
Period.
So,
yeah.
And everything that glitters is shit.
Right.
But it makes the conversation though, right? Because you could look at them, right? And then you start talking to them, and that's what makes them shit, right? Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of niggas pretend for a while. Like, they're putting on this facade, like, oh, I'm this and this.
Until they get the pussy.
And so, or until they get tired.
Until they just want to lock you in.
Yeah.
Some niggas be like, I want her, so I'm a...
And now you there, and then you like,
I don't want
what the fuck?
Or no, now I don't want you because you play me.
I mean, sometimes it's on you too, though. You can see what you want to see and not see what you don't want to see.
It is.
Well, people can pretend though. People are good at pretending to be something they're not.
People are good at pretending, but if you want to see what you want to see for what you want to see, that's what you're seeing.
Well, it's the questions, yeah. Because what you're describing is the questions. Because and that's how I feel. Like, if you ask the right questions.
Not to cut you off, but if you see a nigga that he's a 10, you're gonna look past all that bad thing just because he looks good on your arm until he don't cut his hair for one day, then you start seeing all the bad shit.
Like, I was thinking ain't cute anymore.
So you found out.
No.
Never mind.
So you find out he got a kid.
Triggers.
You find out he got 18 girls.
It's
18 kids.
Yeah.
18. Jesus. Charles Sprewell niggas. Antonio Cromartie ass niggas.
I would never.
Yeah. No, but yeah, but I was gonna say though too though, like I think it's based off of who you really like though, you know, because I always thought like naturally, if you fuck with somebody, you'll let certain shit go, you know, and I think it's always based off of if you really fuck with them, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it. It's like there's no magic formula of what makes somebody like you.
No, but also. In order for me to, like, fuck with you, to accept certain things about you, I gotta know you for a while to be like, all right. Because if I've only known you for, like, a month or two, and then you do something I really don't like, I'm not losing nothing by walking away.
No, I agree. But I'm saying it's to even make it a month now in our society is a lot. Because that's a lot of talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause just like
or a lot of not talking.
Yeah, or like how you said. The idea, though, of a man texting a woman and saying good morning or what's good, right? It's based off of how much you really like that nigga, right? Because think about it. If I just met you, right? What am I supposed to say? Like, if the next day, right? Good morning. Or do I just send a whole diatribe in the first 2 seconds of like, you know what I mean?
It's not that about me. I don't mind small talk if I know that, okay, we small talk throughout the day. But if we're going to be on FaceTime later. have some conversation. No, like you have some interest, because usually, what you doing? What you watching?
Right. Yeah.
Like.
No, I agree. It shouldn't be 70 conversations like that. Yeah. 70 text messages. I'm just saying in the beginning, like when you're first getting to know somebody, I think a lot of times niggas lose their momentum or their steam because once again, it's the competition. Because just like how y'all got, there's so many niggas, like you go outside, it's the 70 niggas ready to holler. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing for dudes, even not like hollering, but it's so many women. Mm-hmm. So niggas, and that's why we can't, it's always like the dating in Black America is like the jungle. Because there ain't no rules. You make your own rules, or you and your girls make your own rules, and then they got their own rules down the street, and everybody's just whatever.
Yeah, everybody got different rules.
Yeah, and nobody talks about them. Like, what's your rules? Like, what you fucking with? Do you fuck with multiple people? Are you fucking multiple people raw? Like, people
they come out now. Nah, they be leading with that now. They be like a lot, especially if a girl give you her number and she's talking to you. She'll be like, "How many girls you talking to?" That's usually like the next question.
I don't get that though.
No girl ever hit you and been like, "How many girls you talking to?"
No, they'll say like, not like what you're talking to, like, they'll say like, what's the vibe? Are you really single? Oh, you know what I mean? But it's the kind of like the same thing, but at the end of the day too, though, I still don't think a lot of times people aren't really even having real conversations. You know, because I think it's like you get, a lot of times in the past, I would get a girl, like I thought she was dope. She would get I would get her number and I would text her, she wouldn't hit me back. Or I would call her, she won't even answer. And I think that's just, once again, it's the game of options. Because if I gave you your, I might have got your number, but you might have got 17 niggas hollering at you. So it's like you're going down the roster of niggas. And like, all right, do I really fuck with Leon or this nigga Tyrone? Cool. And men and women playing the same game,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really think it's that much different like that. I feel like, because a lot of people, they always do that. There's more men than women or whatever it is.
It is the ratio.
Whatever.
It's more women than men.
Yeah, more women than men. So then that's just like, everyone act like y'all hot commodity. I'm like, I guess, if you look statistically, like,
But let's talk about the ones that are okay with being single. All the women that
Yeah.
So
that goes with that power, though.
Yeah.
The idea of independence and power.
Independence scale? No, you said you're not afraid of independent women.
Nah, I'm here for it. Because the pussy, that's what gives the power. You already got the power because you have a pussy.
So tell me why the men hate Lori Harvey.
Right.
Ooh. I don't hate Lori Harvey. I think she's a pimp. I think she's a pimp. I think she's a pimp. But I do think I can understand, like, that idea, though. Like, but I don't hate on it because I always said, like, if I was a woman, like, I kind of think those things, like, like material possession. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a woman getting whatever she wants from a man. Like, if a man,
because niggas do it.
Yeah, but I think it gets such a bad rap when she does it because she's like such on a kind of scale of a celebrity, and it's like almost like a celebrity whore. Like you're getting passed around. Like there's millions of women that get passed around like that, but you just don't know about them. You know what I mean? Because Future, he's impregnating 15 of those women, right? Or Nick Cannon got 35 kids or something, right? So there's plenty of women that everybody in music or entertainment is sleeping with, right? But she's famous, right? Because she goes from who's the first guy? Future, right?
Yeah.
And then she goes to Puffy, right? No, Puffy's son, right? And then Puffy.
Right. And there was some more other niggas in
there. Yeah, then Michael B. Jordan.
Some race car driver, Memphis something.
Yeah, but
some other,
just a plethora of niggas.
But at the same time, I feel like she's dating the same way men date.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And like I said, the only reason she gets slack is because she's a celebrity. Or they're celebrity niggas.
I think it's because she's a woman.
Yes, it's because she's a woman. And all y'all niggas assuming she fucking everybody. Because I could be like her and date 3 niggas and never fuck none of them niggas. Yeah, well, it's just everybody assumes she's a hoe because if you're with them, you assume she's sleeping.
I think the biggest thing for me personally, I can't speak for other niggas in America, but for me though, if you go from Puffy's son to Puffy, that says a lot.
I mean,
to me, and I think that gets overlooked. Cause I don't care, like y'all are all beautiful, but if you fuck a nigga and then you fuck with my daddy, you don't get no credit. You're not saying shit. You can't say shit.
Okay, I can't back her up on that. I can't back her up on that.
That's why people ain't about her being a woman. Cause niggas, if I'm fucking you and your mama, that says a lie. I'm a hoe. There's men and females. There's both.
But what's wrong with those niggas? Because why they okay with it?
Right.
That's
no,
weird.
I agree. They're both weird. All them niggas, men and women, weird with that shit. You know what I mean? That shit ain't cool. That's what make Lori another category. Cause she was fucking Justin, and she was fucking Puffy.
Well, they said she was friends with Justin, but I don't know. I don't know.
We grown. I'm over my 30s. I ain't believe
Special friend.
Yeah.
Okay,
sleepovers and shit. 30 and shit, having sleepovers. Grown ass woman.
But let's say you take out Puffy and them, would you still consider her a hoe? Because like you said, I feel like...
No, that's a pimp. No, she's not a hoe.
How do you define a pimp?
Doing whatever you want to do. And her situation is like, she's fucking with celebrity niggas that obviously have lots of money.
Right.
So she's doing whatever she wants to do with them. And she don't have to like, literally sleep with them. Like, a pimp doesn't mean, like, you know, an exchange of money or for sex. A pimp could be, I'm pimping your mind.
Right.
You know, you can pimp somebody's, like, your stature could pimp somebody, you know, or your psyche. Like, you could be fucking somebody's mind up, you know. Hypothalamus sex.
Dating like low grade man, it would be different. I feel like she's haunting like.
Oh yeah, what's like a gold digger?
So
like her mom.
Yeah,
her mama groomed her.
Yeah,
yeah, she did, because that's how Lori's mom got with Steve.
Mm-hmm.
She waited. So yeah.
Damn, sis. Teacher class.
But everybody say I just don't like when they hurt and say that she's a whore.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's not a class either, though. It's just a certain look. It goes back to, once again, it's very simple. Men are visual. And that's why, so we have a plethora of women getting, you know, dying. Rest in peace to all them big booties that are in Miami Beach now, or Cuba, or wherever.
Leaning over the Air Force.
Yeah, the Dominican Republic, you know, or wheelchairs. Right now, I know there's at least 300 million of them right now.
300
lines.
million?
Yes, that many, you know.
Damn.
In wheelchairs right now with their new fake booties, new fake ass, new fake lips.
They can't even sit on their ass.
They can't. For 3 weeks, you'll be fucked up in the game. All for this nigga in the club to spill Hennessy on you. But in VIP. But shout out to them. No, it's just the idea of like the visual. Men are so visual, and it's not mathematics. It's really sad. You know, but that's what a lot of niggas are just. A lot of niggas are with women right now, knowing that these women will never provide anything but amazing sex and eye candy on my arm when I go to mama and them cookout.
And they okay with it.
They will die with that. They will die with that. Versus a woman that actually has morals or values, or actually is an asset, might treat you good. It's gonna be a mother, a great wife. A lot of niggas don't give a fuck about that. Especially if you don't look like a Lori Harvey, or what's the other girl Rick Ross had?
Lyra?
Yeah, like Drake said, we want everything galore, not just lyric galore. You know, like those women all look like something, right? Was it 5'7", 36, 24, 44, or whatever, right? The crazy measurement.
Snip cut.
Yeah.
It's all of them are cut.
Yeah. So
none of these Instagram girls' bodies are real. They're all bald.
See, but that's why everybody's like playing this game though, because how long you gonna wait for a nigga? Everybody has needs, right? You want to, like, how long can you masturbate till you want an actual real penis, right? Or real
till the end of time, shit.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you, girl. Man.
So, no, what I want to ask, would you date Lori Harvey?
No.
Because of her past?
Yes. After the Puffy and Diddy, Puffy is the son shit.
It's this daddy son thing that.
No, it's the fact that thinking about like Future. Well, I think of bodies, you know, and I naturally think about like the idea of like Raw, right? Mm-hmm. So if I know Future, right, is a celebrity, and Future has had at least 17 kids and fucked most of them Atlanta, most of the Southeast. That means Future has fucked at least 1 million women. So if he's inside of her raw, that if I fuck Lori Harvey, I'm getting all of that. You know what I mean? that's how I think with my, you know, me.
A lot of niggas ain't thinking that right before they. As soon as
but I'm just thinking like I'm not saying I'm not attracted to her, like she's physically not sexy, but I might not fucking with her because I know her history. Yeah, I know she's been through.
How important is that to know?
100%. 100%.
So body count matters.
Yeah, if I'm about to wife you, yeah, but not as far as like if we're like hanging out or you know just getting to know you.
I laughed because we were just discussing this about body count, and I said, not many niggas have asked me that, but the ones that asked me, they were insecure about something. within our relationship.
Yeah.
And now I just lie. Because why does that matter?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you would never know.
Because it's before you.
And now you'll never know. That's the thing that sucks.
And because as soon as, if I tell you a number that you don't like, oh, you're a hoe. How does that make me a hoe?
Well, see, I always think about it's your age and the amount of dicks. It's very simple for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So what's too much?
It depends on your age. So
at my age.
Yeah, so say a woman's 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you've had... Okay, so if you're 30, right? I like to say the average person, if you're 30, you might have been fucked since you're 15, right? You know, just you know, like, just you could be freaky or whatever, right? Just whatever, right? Okay. So that's 15 years of fucking, right? Mm-hmm. Now, are you fucking a nigga every month? No, it shouldn't be. Right. Now, are you fucking maybe 6 niggas a year or, you know, every other month? You know, you might have a boyfriend. That's cool. I'm not mad at that because that's what I would say I did. Mm-hmm. I did, right? Mm-hmm. So that's like 6 a year. You know what I mean? So you do the math times that, 6 times 12, it's like 72, right?
God, so damn. Yeah, so, now see that to me that's a lot.
Ain't no way I would get through. No, that's what I'm saying. So if a woman says 70 niggas,
you're like,
that means that's a lot of fucking.
Yeah.
So if you say 50 niggas and you're 30, is that really a lot? It's not a little, but it's not. I can't call her a hoe. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not. You're 30. You know what I mean? You're a grown ass woman. You see what I'm saying?
How do you bring up the I want to know. How does it just come up? You just want to be like, you know, so you're like, what's your body count? Like, if she tells you,
I don't. Yeah, I'm not bringing that. And I think earlier, something you said earlier too. I think you kind of thought about it wrong. At least for me, I think if a nigga asks you that, he really fucks with you. He's not insecure. It might be the way he asked it, probably the way that they asked it. But I think if I ask you that means I really fuck with you.
No, this particular nigga, he asked me that because he was like, I said, why does that matter? He was like, because I don't want a wife a hoe. I said, now what if I tell you I'm a hoe? You gonna leave?
Were y'all just like this, like a first date or something?
No, we were together, and I was like, "You worried about it? Now we together now."
Yeah, he was losing. Yeah, he was losing.
Oh, he's spiraling. Yeah. But I was like, why does that matter?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Yeah, no.
I said you're not gonna leave anyway.
Right.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Because I got the power.
Good. Yeah, I don't understand.
But like I said, the answer is always 4.
Oh yeah! Wow.
It's always 4.
You're not gonna believe he said virgin. Wow. So that means based on your calculation.
Oh no, that's just like damn. That's deep. I don't know how I feel about that.
So like, why would you ask them? Because I feel like it.
No, I'm not.
Not you. But I'm saying like with other niggas when they ask, like as soon as if a girl tells you the truth, she's like she probably lying. Because if a girl really was to say I'm 30, I've only had sex with 4 niggas. I'm like, yeah, she lying. You got to multiply that by 3. That's y'all's math. Multiply by 3.
Oh yeah, well I get, and like I said though, it always goes back to the questions in general. It just goes back to how much you really like somebody. Because if you really fuck with somebody and you really are, you know, quote unquote in love, or you feeling them, you know, you're trying to get to know them, that number don't matter. You know,
I don't think you should ask.
No, I don't. I don't.
It doesn't.
But you said if you wifing them, you feel like it's important to know.
Yeah, like I honestly feel like the only time I'm ever going to ask that question is like right before like I propose to you, type, just to know in my heart, so I feel good. You know?
That going to change your proposal?
Possibly, yeah. Because if you say, think about it. Because if and it's not like I'm on my knees right now, like, hey, well, Quisha, how many dicks? You know, that's not how it's going. Yeah, you know, but it's like. You know, before I do it, you know, I don't know how many, you know, whatever. But it's like, I want to know that number, though, to know in my heart. Mm-hmm. You know, because if you say, like I said, if it's 100 or just something crazy, like, because there's plenty of women and men that are too, you know, truthful. Mm-hmm. I dated a girl like that before. I'm like, oh my God, you tell your mom everything. Mm-hmm. You had to tell your mom you just sucked my dick 10 minutes ago. It's like, oh, wow. You know, that's some real shit. Oh, but
she different.
Yeah, she was different. Oh, wow. Some people are just truthful, though. You know, too truthful. Like, some people are too.
I'm a virgin to my mama forever.
That's real. That's why I ain't got no kids. That's real. But,
your mom would definitely know that you're not a virgin.
Oh yeah, she definitely knows. Right.
I don't know if mine know. There's no proof. Can you prove it? Okay.
I don't have those conversations with my mother. We don't.
I'm like, don't ask, because she was like, oh, why these men won't leave you alone? Don't ask questions that you don't want answer to. No, I tell you why he crazy, but then
I can't.
I ain't even gonna do that because my mom was so.
Mom tried to play, but I'm like, girl.
Nah, she don't need to know that. She'll know when I get married, and she'll be like, all right, yep. They doing something.
Maybe.
I ain't going. Nah, wait. What was the other one? We was talking about positioning. Let's get into this positioning.
Yeah.
This is a nice one.
Yeah, when I think of position, it's so much like it's even like think of like metaphorically like positioning, like career wise, and it's like sex positions. So like something.
I ain't gonna lie. When she said positioning, I was like 69.
Maybe. That's to say you got there's two different ways, like positions, like how positioning's affecting us, Black America.
There's a backstory.
I'm sorry.
There's a backstory to the position.
That's another position too.
Day 222 of celibacy.
That shit deep.
Get it
documentation. Shit is real.
Like what?
The backstory with the thing. You want to share it with the whole positioning thing?
Oh, off the conversations.
Yeah, the positioning. This is where the. Yeah, you go ahead. I want to hear your version.
Oh yeah, no. I felt like we always. That's something I've realized from our conversations. You would use that word a lot, and I loved it because I felt like it was kind of symbolic of where most people go wrong at, especially like in our culture, like being Black, like understanding like it's so easy to say like I'm on my grind or like I'm hustling or I'm putting 300% in, but so many people don't know how to position themselves to be wealthy or to be successful. And I think that was one of the things that our conversations really shed a light for me and even like the people in my circle of like, what does it really mean to position yourself? And I think that's where those conversations really started and why I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah. That's very much. I think we was talking about money. We feel like we talk about money a lot.
Always.
And it was, how, Raven knows she's my best friend. I'm quick to leave a job.
Yes.
And I'm always talking about, I think there was one episode we was doing, we was like how everyone, you ever heard of the term soft life?
No.
So it's like where you don't aspire to struggle, to be stressed and stuff like that. And we was talking about how everyone does this whole chase the bag. I gotta secure the bag, and I was just like, you don't ever if you have to chase something, you're not doing something right. Because I feel like
you attract it.
You attract it, like would you position yourself to attract whatever, and that's all like you will never hear me be like, oh, I'm chasing a bag, or I might say I got a bag. I might use that term, but I'm never chasing nothing because it's like you got to be strategic with whatever it is you're trying to do.
If I'm chasing it, I mean there's resistance. Yeah. It's supposed to come to you.
Yeah.
So if something's not aligned. It's not right.
It's not right. And that's why I'm like, I redirect or I get back on course. I feel like if you have anything you have to chase, that means like you're not on the right path. Like you got off somewhere and now you're trying to catch up. That's really what it is. So I'm like, I'm not ever going to chase a bag. Like I'm gonna put myself in position to get something, like get another one, move forward, and get another. If that means get another job, I'm gonna get another job. And then this whole soft life thing, because like I'm not gonna walk around here stressed out.
It's literally you. It's literally you. Soft life is you.
Yeah.
It just didn't have a word for it. That's you.
I don't like being stressed out about nothing. I'd rather be comfortable.
Yeah.
But that comes from life, experiences, or creating the life that you want. Because a lot of people don't know anything past struggle, so they just create struggle. They continuously,
that bullshit.
That's what they like, though. Like, we all have, like, that one ghetto friend that's, like, they grew up in the hood all their life. They always grew up on Section 8 and food stamps. And then they get older, they do the same thing. Grow up on Section 8 and food stamps. And, like, because that's, like, people are comfortable in struggle mode. I'm not.
I think we talk about that a lot, too, though. Like, the idea of, like, ambition, it sounds so sweet or it sounds so good, but everybody doesn't have it. You know, and I think it's not even something that's like you're taught it or like it's like you just got it or you don't, you know? And I think so many experiences that we have, like day to day, just being Black in America, like it affects your psyche. So it's like, that's why it's so important, like have a healthy diet. Like I always think of, we talk about diet too, and like how people always automatically think of food. You think of diet, but it's really like who you fuck with, who you're around, you know, what you're watching, what you're listening to, who you're talking to, you know, and everything. Like it can affect your cipher, like how you physically feel, you know. So
that's true.
How do you get above that? How do you fight? You know, how do you position yourself? You know, that's what makes it so fun. Word. It is. It's so crazy. It's incredible. It really is.
I got something for you. We had did another thing a long time ago. We was talking about protecting the black man. Ooh. And we were talking about how we as women, how can we protect the black man? Of course, we didn't have no black man there to share his opinion.
Yeah.
But from your perspective, just like, or your opinion or whatever, how do you feel like a woman can protect you? What does that look like to you?
I think that question is even like, it's so complex because I never even get to think about that.
Yeah.
You know, I always feel like it's not even something that's even thought of. Like, I think of like protection, like from a woman, like or a black woman is, I guess, just love, you know, or like just the idea of like what your words do, you know, like the woman's strongest weapon is their tongue. But I think that's why it hurts so much, you know, and I think like they say, or even like a lot of the rumors, or, you know, I guess like the perception in the world globally is like the black man and black woman are in a war, you know, like you think of like the Kevin Samuels kind of theme, or, you know, like it's warfare, it's black man versus black woman, and I don't feel like that. You know, I think your words are everything, so like that's how you protect us.
Not being violent with our words.
Yeah, just speaking
or aggressive.
Up. Yeah, or just the tone. You know, it's just the tone. Because, like, I think, and it goes for men and women, right? I have to be respectful enough to understand if I fucked up, yeah, your tone might not be great today. You're going to go in. But I can't hit you. I can't, you know, whatever. I got to be an adult and say, shit, you right. You know? And I think that's the hardest part for both. You know, it's like when it's not great, how do we communicate? When I fucked up or you fucked up?
Right.
You know, that's the hardest part. Like,
so we could protect you just by being kind or soft with our words.
Yeah, just the consistency. Yeah, the consistency of knowing like you could still be strong. Like I always say, we're not in a competition. You're the winner. I'm not trying to compete with my woman.
Right.
You know, but I also know I don't want you to talk to me like you're my mom. And so many men feel like that woman sons them.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why they leave. You know, we talked about it before. You know, like a black man is easy to run to a white woman because he knows there's going to be no problem when he gets home. She's going to take off his fucking shoes at the house. She ain't going to say shit.
You sure about these new white women? I don't know about these modern white women.
Yeah, well.
You know. I don't like how it's categorized by race when people say stuff like that.
I think it's just the majority, though. And I hate it, but I think a lot of that shit is true.
But I don't like how it's automatically a black woman is aggressive and angry and talks crazy as if there's not Spanish women that talk just as crazy.
No, I agree.
Or have attitudes.
But when she does it, it's spicy.
Yeah, it's so, I like when her little accent.
Yeah.
No, I agree though, but like just like the statistics will show still that we're not getting married. So everybody got to talk shit. Like you said earlier, white women talk shit. Yeah. Spanish, whatever. Everybody does. It's just the idea of finding, once again, and like I said, I'm not Kevin Samuels. I take accountability as a black man. That's why it takes a strong black man to understand. I know your tongue as a black woman is going to be a lot, and your tongue outweighs any woman, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just have to be strong to say when I fuck up, I know that. And it's like I said, once again, though, my background is I grew up seeing my mom and dad together. My dad never talked shit to my mom. He treated her like a queen every day. Every day was fucking Valentine's Day. Right. And they never had arguments, but I also know that was rare, you know, in black communities, you know. But so I can let my woman talk shit to me, especially when I fuck up, you know, because I already know, like, shit, it's going to come. I've been in plenty of those relationships, where like, damn, this is about to be real.
You just waiting for it.
Yeah, but it's also the respect, and like I tell, and I'm sure y'all agree, there's nothing like a black love. Like when a black woman, like you said earlier, you just want to know that it's security, that you're protected, that you're with somebody that's fucking responsible, that's an adult, that you can count on. Yeah. And once you find that nobody will love you like a black woman. I'm down for that. That's what I predominantly only date black women.
Thank God.
Yeah, because I'm not. I'm not here for that.
So that'd be a little weird. Like, that's a good point though. Random. It's like we talk about body counts. Like, would you judge someone on their past by their body counts? I don't know how I feel about a black man who only dated white women. Oh yeah, absolutely. Don't come over here. Yeah, I don't want to be the first black woman for you. Yeah. And I don't trust that. No. You don't need to know what to do with me. I wouldn't. Yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah. That would be probably the only time I'd be like, I can't date him because he dated of his past. And they're like, why he dated all white women? Because I feel like there's self-hatred there. Like, right, what you gonna do with me? Yeah. Like, how you gonna? Yeah, that's not. I feel that way about dating outside of my race too. So, like, if a white guy talks to me and he wants me to be the first black girl, no. Yeah, but then I also be like, dang, how many black girls you date? Because you ain't about to just... If you be like, oh no, I've only dated white... Don't come practice with me. Yeah, don't practice with me. And then I also don't want the white boy who dated all black. Because like, what, you got a fetish? Preference. And then nowadays, I be thinking everyone's trying to set you up to kill you. But see, if he has a... if it's only black girls that he's dated, it makes me feel like that's just his preference. Instead of a fetish. If I'm going to be your first one, I feel like I could be a fetish. Then I just want to try a black girl. Yeah. I had a white boy try to talk to me before, and I knew he dated. I wasn't. It would have been his. I would have been his first black girl or whatever. But I just didn't. I felt like it was the fetish because there was one time he made a comment. He was like, "Yeah, we'd be like light skin and dark skin or something, or ebony ivory, something like that." And I was just like, "No, he had two dogs. He had two dogs. One was tan and one was dark." And he was like, "Yeah, this is like this light skin and this is dark skin." When I was like, "Big corn, yes." Click. Next caller. Oh no. I don't like that. Not as old. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got something. Yeah. Ooh. Do men like when a woman shoots their shot?
Here's what she looks like. That's exactly what it is. It's that simple. Because I've had it both ways. Because if you're a baddie and you run up on me, like we can get it right here, right? Like going back to that story earlier, what was that in the parking lot, the Popeyes parking lot? You know what I mean?
So it's safe to say you appreciate it.
Yeah, if you're a baddie, yes. I love it.
What about the approach?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, if it's a baddie, it don't really matter.
So she could just come up and say some off the wall shit and you with it.
Well, not like some crazy shit. Like
because some women are aggressive.
Yeah, once you don't grab my dick or something abrasive, like when you first meet, it's hard. It's so hard. I was about to say something off the wall. It has to, as long as it's not like some Michael Myers shit or some some Saw, like crazy. Let's go in a crowded, abandoned, but no, like nothing crazy. Like if she sounds normal and she's a baddie, I'm with it. Like if she is not a baddie, I'm not with it. I don't like that.
What if they use the same line? Like
it don't matter. Like I said, we're visual. We're visual.
Okay, so give me some advice. What's the best way to shoot a shot for me to shoot my shot at a dude?
And not because the DMs isn't easy. It's easy to think of a way to slide in a nigga DM.
I'm not gonna do it. I've been sitting on it. I ain't gonna do it because I'm not finna embarrass myself because I will delete my whole page. No more. But both. So, is it better to do it in person versus online, or it doesn't matter? I guess in person, you say it doesn't really matter about the approach.
Yeah.
So, say if I want to slide in a man's DMs, how should I approach that? I don't want to come off like
thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's if you already know the person though.
I do not know him at all.
Oh, you don't know him at all? Ooh. I think you just introduce yourself and then say like, and I think too, you have to live in the same city.
He lives here.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because I think if you don't, it's weird because it's like you have to travel and like I think that's sloppy.
I've done my research. Yeah. We research before we do these things.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. No, okay, so you DM them, like I think like I said, just your name and like I think I would love to get to know you better. You know, something, because it's like, it's
simple.
Yeah, because it's aggressive, but it's still smooth and not like, it's still like, you know, respectful enough, you know.
I like that, because the advice that I get from from women, my friends, either it's going to be, not you, it's either going to be mad thirsty. I was like, why don't you tell him to pull his dick out now? No, and then, or it's going to be something like, it's just corny. Like, I was like, I don't want to come out corny, because I would leave me on red if I said some of the shit they say.
Yeah. Some niggas like that, though, because they'll laugh.
But see,
like, she got personality.
But what if that's not his thing?
Yeah. But see, once again, though, and that's why I say you can't overthink it, because like I said, as a woman, though, because I'm a man, if you're dope, as long as you don't say something like, oh, can I chop your left? Yeah. Yeah. Can I piss on your foot? No. No, Patty. No, you cannot. Damn, you cute. Fuck it up.
With your crazy ass.
Yes. I hate to delete this. Damn, you cute ass.
All right, I'll make sure I ask him not to chop off any.
Yeah, don't ask to piss on his foot. Besides that, you're in there.
Like if you were stung by a jellyfish, I would piss on your foot.
Yeah, it's like just helping them and shit, you know. It's the medical advice.
He might fuck with it.
Yeah, he might be with it. You know what I mean? With it, you know, it just depends.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I think that's what makes it so crazy, because men we just that simple. It's like if you look good to us, a nigga damn near do everything. Like he's with that. He's with all the shits.
So would you take a woman seriously that approach you? Like, do you think
that?
DM, yeah. Do you think? Oh, maybe she just looking for some fun, or like, would you consider her?
No, I would.
Okay.
No, I would. I think that's super. I think it's hard as a woman to approach a man, you know. So, and it's so rare. But if it does happen, like I said, if I think you're attractive, I'm with it. I'm also kind of, I don't want to say scared, but it's like it's a little twist to it too, you know. Because then it could be like, yo, this is like you're dominant. Kind of.
That was what I was about to ask.
Yeah, it's a little twist to it, but that's what I say, and I go back earlier. I had to preface my statement by always it's a vibe, and within those conversations in the beginning, I can measure, you know, because I think that happens when you get in your 30s and shit. You know, shout out to all the young niggas under 32, all the young listeners, but you know, we love all our listeners. You know, shout out to all your listeners. Yeah, but you know, that's what at least in my opinion, I feel like that's shit you get in your 30s. Though.
Well, I was gonna say, if she approached you, would you feel like she gotta hold it up? Like, since you came at me, is you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. I don't want to be the nigga in the relationship. Like, oh, I approached you, so now I'm courting you.
No, I'm not. Well, I don't feel like that though. But like I said, though, I'm a man's man though. Like, and I don't.
You know, I don't subscribe.
Yeah, and I also
she could shoot her shot and then you could take over.
Yeah, because I'm never gonna like let a woman propose to me type shit, like that Jim Jones Chrissy type shit. Like, you know, I think that's kind of like what you describe in my brain. You know,
I would rather eat
a
jean jacket.
A jean jacket.
Yeah.
With no water. Like. Yeah,
with the matching jacket.
Yeah, that's
with
real.
The matching pants.
The whole set. It was really cringy. That's real cringy.
Yeah, you know, it's just like that's corny. So. But yeah, so there's a level of like aggressiveness, and then like, damn, you're not a dude though.
Some people like aggression. Some people like aggressive.
Like I said, you can holler at me, and then I'm taking over. Like you said, like that's or at least in my brain.
But when do you take over?
Immediately.
Okay.
Immediately.
Because some niggas don't do that. Some niggas like you could if you started off and you could be like, well, like let's say you start the text off or the day off, like oh, good morning,
and now I'm texting you good morning every morning, like I'm your man. What?
Or like, how are you doing? Everybody like good, and you're like, okay, so how was your day? It's going good.
Anybody that I felt like I had to carry the conversation, I stopped talking because why am I carrying it? Do you care? Are you interested or not?
Because niggas need a lesson in communication, like as far as with women, because a lot of y'all niggas fumble.
Oh, they do.
A lot of y'all got it fucked up.
And they do. I think a lot of times though, too, in my opinion, though, a lot of niggas know how to communicate. They just don't fuck with that shorty, or they have so many women that they choose, and I think it goes both ways. It's like communication. I don't think people are retarded. I just think they it's just roster. We live in a society where the roster is so deep. So it's like how we talked about before. The average person doesn't want to fuck with 2, 3, 4, 5 people, right?
Right.
But there's a lot of people that do, and they do it great. You know? You know, and that's what makes it fucked up. Like I said, once again, in black society, which is I date only really black women, I know that a lot of us ain't getting married. I know I don't meet a lot of people that's going to black marriages all the time. You know what I mean? I know that niggas are getting married, but I haven't been to a lot of black marriages.
You mean black weddings?
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me. Black weddings. I know they exist. Right. I know niggas are getting married, but I'm saying when you think of just statistics of all other races and shit, we're getting married the least. Yep. I know that. And I know because, like I said, it's hard. How
many friends do you have that are married?
Well, like, out of my closest 4 friends, right, 2 are married and 2 are not. Okay. So it's like 50-50. Okay. Yeah. And that kind of speaks for black America, kind of. Yeah. You know? How many of your friends?
My close friends?
Yeah, like out of your circle, and like this is one of your besties. One of your besties just left. Are you married?
I don't even have a man.
Okay, so
well, first of all, she's going through transition.
Yeah, I'm fuck nigga free. No.
Okay, that means you're single.
Yes, big single, big single.
And then I don't know if
she don't want to get married though. Okay. Like she'll tell you this, but I don't think I want to get married. Okay.
But me on the other hand, I want to be married tomorrow.
Yeah,
but it's
like we desire. Well, me and her desire marriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, but like I've had like some close like coworkers like this. Okay, so like these are like my best friends. You know what I mean? And then like I have like another group of like besties too, I guess. But they're like divorced.
Okay.
So at least they've been married, but you know, divorced. And then I have like some of my close coworkers. They're married, but then like their life is like like they got married at like 25 or like 24. And I was just like, when I was 25, I used to think I wanted that. I used to be like, oh, I want to get married at 25, have my first kid at like 28, have my second one by I was 30. When I had 25, I was like, married to what?
I was just telling my therapist this yesterday. I was like, yeah, girl, that was my timeline. I wanted to be, I said by 28, I wanted to be married with a baby. Now I laugh like, girl, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm about to eat for dinner. I'm talking about...
Right. I was like 25. I was like, I was not prepared for that. I was not prepared for that.
Yeah. I love the timeline though. It's so real.
I don't.
It's so real. Well, as
where
a man,
does the timeline come from?
Yeah, it's so greedy. Society.
It's definitely society.
Because men don't have the timeline
it's fucked up.
It's ingrained in us from kids. They teach us how to be a wife and a mother. What do we play with? Kitchen sets and dolls and baby dolls and shit. That's what they tell us. You're supposed to get married. You're supposed to be a wife, a mother, and you need to do it by this age because after you get 35, your eggs is rotten and dry. So you need to hurry up.
But this is the thing that I hate about that because like they'll try to get women to be prepared for marriage by 25 or dream to be married by 25. No one's telling no nigga that. No. Who are we? If we're at 25, someone we want to get married. Is anyone teaching men be ready to marry at 25? No. How to be a provider, man? You know.
I guess that's why all the ones that got married that young are divorced.
Yeah, because it's a lot. Well, you know, and also too, we talk about the idea of like how, you know, you guys mature. Like a woman just matures faster. You know, so mentally, like your psyche, you can process those things, you know, as far as building a family, you know, and I think it's a double standard, but it's also just real, and that's also going back, like the idea of like what a hoe is. You go back to like the Lori Harvey shit or anybody, or like, you know, like the idea going back, you know, they talked about like abortion, you know, with the whole Texas shit, you know, those kind of topics just show it's like it's not equal because a man, we can never understand what y'all go through because y'all have, you know, babies. So as much as we can impregnate you, we never hold power. You have a baby. But that's also why that timeline exists. Because if I want to have a baby with you, I know you got to be a certain age. Now, you could be after the age, but you also know this is dangerous. Right. And you better be eating fucking right. There's no more drinking. We got to work out. There's all these type of stipulations that also, because I love y'all as black women, but you know it's going to be hard. Because now you pregnant. You already mad at me and you got the attitude. You know what I mean? It's a lot. So it's like, how's that going to work?
So like for you.
That's deep.
So you grew up when, you know, you saw your parents married your whole life. Did you desire marriage because of that? Or was it because you seen it? Because I know you want to be married one day.
Yeah, no, both.
Yeah.
I think both. Like, and I think that's why it's so real. Like when you say that, because we're all single, you know. And I think about that. Like it's like there's so many amazing black men and black women that are, you know, incredible people, but just single. And I think kind of what we talked about earlier, you know, going back with that, like my reference to the chili shit. Like I just know my list is deep, but I also know I have to find a woman that's capable of doing that, you know. And I do know, you know, I obtain a lot, but I also, like I was saying before, like if I know I want a woman that works out, or we think about like the Lori Harveys, these lyrical lords, these all type of women that want that. If I know if I want a woman that looks like this, or I achieve this kind of shit, I know I got to work out too then. Mm-hmm. So I go to the gym as much as I can, because I can't just want you to look great and have all this slim, you know, the fat ass, the big titties and no waist, and I got, you know, the world's smallest dick and a big gut. And I got titties too. My titties bigger than yours.
Run that the fuck back. Because some of y'all niggas need to hear it that have unrealistic standards. And some women have unrealistic standards too. I'm gonna be honest.
And you have to date somebody that looks like you. Like I can't expect, you know, you to be a supermodel. I look like a fucking bum.
Some niggas are delusional.
This is true. Women too.
Yeah, that too.
Both of us are delusional in Black America, unfortunately. You know, so me, like I said, while I'm dating, you know, I have those conversations and saying, okay, yo, if we did date, or if we are dating, you know, do you want to go to the gym with me? Or are you willing to work out 4 days a week? Or are you willing to say, if I say, babe, stop eating this, are you willing to listen to that? Or and it's vice versa. You know, if my girl tell me, nigga, you need to get a better job, or you need to fucking look at other options, or whatever, stop listening to your cousin them. Mook mook. Whatever.
That says a lot.
It gotta, you know, that's what communication is. Like it can't, like you got to be able to talk about when it's fucked up. It's because it's never, and you know, because we black, we always gonna have some shit.
Yeah, but a lot of men are sensitive.
Women are too.
Yeah, but like, but when it comes to that, like,
the
best way to get at you is to talk about what you don't have. Talk about everything you like. You don't have enough money. Oh, I hate your job. That's real. Like that. Like those are the biggest triggers.
It is. You know? It is. It's supposed to be though, because now that's my manhood. But if I know that what you're saying is real as a man, and once again, this is the man versus boy, woman versus girl shit, right? Mm-hmm. As a man, like I said, and we talked about that before. I've had a relationship where my girl, one of my exes would call me out all the fucking time. But all the shit she said was real, but it was her tone. And that's why I ended the relationship. Because like I said, she made me feel like I was a fucking little boy. And so if you just say, yo, or my nigga, yo, you need to work on this skill set and that can get you more money at your job. Or maybe you should look at another job. Versus saying, nigga, you a dickhead, stop losing, or whatever, you know, whatever. How she was talking, you know, after a while, like that shit adds up. And it's the same thing for a man. Like, I can't, like, not protect you, then expect you not to look for some dick from Ronnie. And then eventually, when you go to the mall, you know, you looking all good, you know, they be like, damn, girl, your hair look good. Ronnie deserves some pussy. Shit.
For a compliment?
No, I'm not saying for the, you know.
But people do that.
But you know,
How you mean?
It's gonna take more than a compliment.
Girl, he liked my hair.
Yeah, it's gonna take a compliment in the Popeyes dinner. You know how it's go. Y'all heard the story earlier. In the
well, at least she get fed. The other girl ain't get fed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then depending how good the Popeyes dinner go, you get Barbados. You know what I mean? St. Bart's and shit. That's
what a setup.
Wow.
It's
some niggas do. Y'all test girls like that too. I don't like that.
Yo, that shit.
That testing thing.
What you mean?
So what's that one dude? He tested a girl. He asked her for some money, and she said, "Well, what do you need it for?" And because she asked him what he needed it for, he was like, "I'm not messing with her."
Oh no, that's just stupid. He's ignorant.
Because I wanted to see where her heart was. Nigga, I'm going to ask you, because if you just want to take my money for some stupid shit, I'm not just going to hand you, like, what is it for? Is it emergency?
Yeah, like, no, that's stupid.
So he canceled the little trip that he had planned and all that because...
He's a loser. That's dumb.
He's a loser.
But niggas do that. But sometimes they don't go to the extreme. I know niggas who do it small where they try to test you like, hey, you want to go on a date, our first date? How about we go for a walk at the park downtown? And then to test the girl, and if the girl be like, I don't want no fucking walk on our first date. And he's like, oh, well, I can't be with her. Cause
she want to use me for my money.
Right. Some niggas do that. Because I know some niggas who be like, they don't believe in spending that much. Like, I understand this logic as far as like a man when he's like, okay, how about I take you on a coffee date for our first date and see where things are, and then the next date, depending on how that goes, I can do something, you know, nicer for you. But no, some niggas just do that to be like, oh, I just want to see.
Ooh, right. I got something good for that. Got something good for that. And it's so fucked up now because it's a joke and it's a punchline because he got fucked up. But I never forget, I seen this shit on Chris Rock, man. Shout out to Will Smith for smacking that nigga. Well, God, I feel like it's just so sad now because Chris Rock is like a punchline forever. You know, for not protecting himself. Like
Saturday.
No man, no man should ever get slapped. It's just embarrassing. But he said though a great thing before he got slapped. I want to put that in reference. This was years ago when he still had balls and manhood, dignity, respect. He was talking about like there's no way you could ever go back. You know, so it's like as a man, how you start dating a woman, you can never start backwards. So if your first date is Burger King, she already know that nigga you broke. You know, you can always go up, but she knows the status. Mm-hmm. You know, if you go on your first date, you go into fucking Steak 48 or, you know, Del Frisco's and you spend $500 on that fucking salad, you know, y'all, you know what kind of Steak 48 Del Frisco is. Then you know, okay, this is the bar now. Mm-hmm. We can do this every day, according to you, nigga, because this is the first date. You know what I mean? And that's how it is for a man. And that's as far as dating for a man. But as with a woman, like, it's sexually. You know what I mean? Like, we can't lower that. So, like, we can't take y'all to, like, whatever, like, Steak 48 and then go backwards to McDonald's. But if a woman, like, if we hanging out and then by the time we have sex, the first time we do it, you sucking my dick and it's all great and we're slapping up on everything that you like from me. Then the second time you have sex and you're like, no, nigga, just do it this way. It's like, no, the first time we was getting it in. It was all some porno, you know, Pornhub nasty shit. Like,
that's why you have to start with grade C. Yeah. Ladies give them grade C pussy.
Yeah. And it's the grade C restaurant, too. Because we can still do whatever, right? There's nice.
That's not but listen, no, we need to have a middle ground for those restaurants. Like, we can't McDonald's.
No, but I'm saying that McDonald's is not grade C. That's grade F zero. That's Z. Ain't even no letter for that.
Right, like you
know, it's never fast.
You can't pull all your tricks out the first time you fucking nigga. Because I gotta make sure you crazy.
Tricks out and the nigga can go crazy.
I know, but if you do too much too soon, then I love you. Yeah, that made her crazy.
Yeah, I think it's also the conversations. So, it's some conversations. Like
I triggered myself.
It's some conversations. It's some conversations. Gotta let them know. Gotta let them know.
Oh God!
Am I lying? See, she laughing because it's true. Like, you can't do all that.
I triggered myself.
No, that thing is triggering. But yeah, we do have to figure out this restaurant thing. Cause we're in our 30s. We don't need to be going to Burger King as a first date.
Where's Burger King over here?
I heard. Right. But they don't have a lot of Burger King.
There's no fast food ever as a grown adult.
No. As a first date, no. There's so many different ways you can do a first date, but like, I feel like Burger King stuff you do when you in high school, college. Like, we're in our 30s now. You ain't got...
Yeah, it's straight high school.
Can't put $70 to the side, but, you know,
but something. I think that comes into... If you don't have your finances right, you don't need to be dating. Yeah. And I always say that. Like, I don't expect you to go out and spend all your money on me. I know you got bills and responsibilities and shit, but if you can't afford to do a nice little dinner somewhere... once in a while.
You don't deserve pussy.
No. And you need to stop worrying about me. Go to work.
Yeah. Save your money, sir.
Yes.
Then you can come back.
Flats and flights. Goals.
Right. Like, have some money. Because if my money's fucked up, me as a woman, I'm not thinking about no nigga. That's why I don't understand how some of these men can have no money and be chasing women. I'm like, your priorities are fucked up because when my bank account is not right.
That's what makes you a woman, though, too, though. Because men, it's pussy is always there. It's like, if this is I'm a visual person, that's why I'm smoking, you know what I mean? But It's like if you think about it as a pie for a man, that shit is probably 25% for every nigga. It's like it never dissipates. It's constant. And that's what makes it. That's why y'all have the power. Bringing it full circle, Black Queens. Like, it's the power of the pussy and the positioning of that shit. That's what make that shit deep. Because y'all can literally cut off that switch. Like you said, it's a switch. You can cut that switch off. You don't want to. You ain't horny no more. Bloop. You cut. It's a light switch. And you cut that shit off. We can't. We always horny. We always want that pussy, and that's why you got the power. You just like how you said, you want money? No, I want money and pussy. I always want it. We always want the pussy with the money. I could be money hungry, but pussy go with the money. Right. It's a buffet. I want all of it. You can just want the money. That's why niggas get irritated. Like, goddamn, because you can shut that shit down. Right. That's what give you all the power. You can say no, nigga, until I get where I'm at. You know, because there's plenty of women like that. I'm not even talking to any man until I get my life together. You know what I mean? And it's real.
It's literally me. No, it's real. No nigga can have my phone number. You might can get my Instagram. Come around next year.
I'm telling you.
It be like that.
I'm telling you. And those are it's heartbreaking to a man like me. Because we be like the greatest man really just when we want a chance. And it's like, those are the greatest women though. Because y'all just have it on like, no. I'm on lock, nigga. No, I'm locking this down.
But that's because we're the type of woman who, like, we talk about all the time. We're not trying to be no burden to no nigga.
Ever.
Yeah, so but like, once again, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But once again, though, what makes it real, though, is we can't think like that, though, and it goes with the ego. Because you can think, you can have that pride if you're 21. You can have that pride if you're 25. But if you're in your late 20s or your early 30s, now you got to let that shit go. Because if you do want to be a wife or a mother and have kids, now biologically it says it's time. And that's what the conversation gets real. Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. Because if you're in your 20s, you can have all that ego. And that's why the black woman is so powerful. You know, because y'all run shit. But if you're in your late 20s, early 30s and want to have kids, then you got to let that shit go.
It's
going to be hard then.
It's hard.
It's going to be hard.
It's hard now.
It is, but you just got to know it's going to be a hard journey.
Yeah, but you also, I don't think sometimes that's ego. I think sometimes that's security.
Yeah.
No, because it's ego, because you got to think, if you acquire the black man that you deserve, right? You're not going to need the security of the finances, right? Because if I'm a man, right, I'm going to give you everything that you need. It's a compliment.
Because you have that mentality. Every man doesn't have the mentality.
No, but a good man will.
Right.
And there's other good men too.
Yeah. But guess what? There are not that many around. They're few and far between. So that I might meet somebody, he's got these qualities, but this nigga don't have a pot to piss in or he can't keep a job. I'm not going to settle for that.
No, it is. But I think
now you add to my stress.
Right.
Yeah. But I think naturally we have to know how to identify better. And then that's something that could be a class for everybody. Right? For black men. And knowledge of self. And knowing, like I said, being a reflection of saying, okay, what am I attracting? You know, and asking, saying, what do I want? What do I deserve? Yeah. Like I said earlier, if I know I want a woman that looks a certain way, I got to work out too. I can't have titties bigger than yours. That's not cool, baby. I shouldn't be wearing a bra. You got titties. I shouldn't have titties. You know what I mean? Like it's real conversations.
I'll say my standards are realistic. I am realistic. I do have a list. It ain't quite like Chili's. It ain't 90 things.
Yeah,
maybe 50. But
no, it's real.
But I also know that I'm working on myself to be able to match those qualities. Facts. I want to be able to have the same thing. I can't be one sided. Like you give me all this and I got nothing for you.
Facts.
But like you said, it's hard.
It is.
So
and it only gets harder the older we get.
Don't tell me that.
No, it's
true because the more you know, the less you tolerate.
It is. Yeah.
When your standards go up, your tolerance goes lower.
You never get older and get less pickier. It's not possible.
It's getting worse.
It is.
Somebody tried to talk to me at I was like, I don't even care.
But sometimes, well, you know how I feel about that. It's gut instinct.
Yeah.
Trust your gut.
I'm just
But they're also
I'm
like,
not into it.
Space.
I'm not into it.
Yeah, you're in that space right now. I mean, like I said, you in transition, which is normal because I feel like everybody needs that little moment, you know.
But my clock's ticking. You heard it.
Yeah, well, like, it just depends how long the moment you want it to be. So, like, I think, too, once again, like, and I hear so many women say, it's like, if you're not in a healthy space, then, it's cool, but it's like, how long does that, last? And identifying, can there be a person that can help you? I recently went through a lot of shit, a couple of years ago, like when my dad passed away, and I thought I wasn't gonna date for a while, but because you just feel fucked up. You're fighting depression, or you just want to be better, gaining weight, losing weight, fluctuating emotions, all types of shit, right? But, naturally you find like the creator will send people your way that can help you, if you're feeling some kind of way, if you're stressed out or, going through your career or family or, all types of trials and tribulations. It's once again identifying that person. As a man, I'm visual. So if you look a certain kind of way, then I'll talk to you. Then you start talking to me nice, or we have a good conversation. We'll continue to converse. If not, I'll keep it moving and get the fuck out my way. And I think it's the same thing for a woman. If you see a nigga you like, or when he holler, because you're not hollering, but when he hollers, right? Right. You know what I mean? Unless, you feeling some kind of way, you feeling frisky that night, whatever. Right. Right? And if he hollers and if he looks good to you, or he meets your, requirements visually, give him a chance. Because I don't think it's going to hurt. You have all the power because you have the pussy. Just position that shit. Position that shit.
Yeah. I'll keep that in mind.
No, that shit's real.
Yeah. It is real.
Women have all the power.
Oh, but I already knew that.
You did. I'm telling her just in case she ain't know.
Yeah, I'm getting my power back. I'm remembering that I am that bitch. Yeah, I am her.
Forget it.
I got it.
Oh wow! I sent you on 3 last night with Shalon. I was doing all that last night with her.
Girl,
I said I'm sick of hearing it.
That shit real. You gotta remember that shit. I'm sick of hearing
this shit. You're too good of it. You got boozy blow because we'll forget. Like
you gotta remind them
how tough they are.
You gotta remind them.
You need to be on the phone with me and Anisha next time. She the reason I'm contemplating sliding in a nigga DMs. And I was like, girl, just do it. No, ma'am. I got pride.
It could have hurt.
Me. It will hurt me. You talking... Okay. I'm going to send it, and I'm going to never stop thinking about it.
Ray was going to say she's a Cancer like you.
Oh, you're a Cancer?
Yeah. Gang, gang.
Yeah. It's the energy I felt earlier.
Okay, we here. Okay, so, but I also have anxiety too. So there's that. So I'm I don't know, is it the fear of rejection? Maybe.
You're shy.
I think I am shy. Yeah. And so I'm not, if I'm comfortable, but.
The Cancer in you.
Yeah, I don't know. Put in
my be a Cancer thing.
But you know me. You know.
Right.
If I put myself out there, that's different. That's something that I've never really had to do. So as a man, you're used to having to put yourself out there. Yeah. That's what I have to do this in order to get women. I'm going to have to talk to her.
No, but I think the thing I love about this conversation, though, is it's so real, though, because it's the idea of being uncomfortable, right? Mm-hmm. And we always have to embrace that shit. Because it's a constant. The older we get, too, like, it never goes away. Like, the idea of, like, oh, I don't feel good right now. Mm-hmm. But it's the idea of saying, okay, I know I don't feel good right now. What am I going to do about it? Mm-hmm. And like I said, I think the fear of not doing it can't stop you versus like the idea of knowing like, damn, what if he does like you through that DM and something amazing happens and y'all go out on a date. God forbid he actually likes you and y'all go even deeper than that. And I think that's what we always, and naturally too, I think in Black America, we always have so many people once again with the diet shit that pushes that narrative of like it not going good. Like we need more people to say, girl, that shit might work. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You need like 5 more people that's like, oh yeah, girl, that shit might go good. DM, fuck it. It might be positive. It's just the circle, a lot of times too. Or sometimes not telling nobody. Just doing that shit. And be like, girl, you know what I did last night? You know what I mean? Later. Yeah. After the fact. Like it's really just fighting for that shit. But I'm also, in my 30s. So I already know. And I'm in my mid to late 30s. So I've been through some shit. I've heard what you said a lot, and it annoys me still when a woman says that before.
What?
What?
Like I'm like talking to myself like I'm going through like I'm not fucking with niggas right now. Like, oh no.
I feel like I'm healing. Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure you can date while you're healing, but do I feel like I have the space to bring somebody into my space while I'm working on me? Would I be able to give them all of me, what they deserve of me in this time? I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
been there.
I don't think it would be fair.
I told you, one of the questions I always ask people, like, do you have space for love? Do you have space for a relationship or all that stuff? Because some people don't. They just don't have it. They just want it. Because that sounds like some people need to let their little time go through whatever. Because there was times like, oh, I want this and this. And I was like, I say I want this. And I'm like, I got this nigga over there. Or I got a little X-link. You know, all these. And I'm like, oh, yeah, they can slide in. Like, I ain't know.
That is.
Right.
You got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I want it, but I feel like when it comes in, I want to be ready for it. I don't want to have to get ready like, girl, you still got to get this shit together. You got this baggage and you got that. You gonna push it away.
Right. I mean, but that's where it comes back to awareness. Because, like, at least you're aware of, like, I need to work on this because I know I'm going to violate somebody if I don't fix this. And then, like I told you, watch. And then you can present the best version of yourself to somebody. Because you're like, oh, you ain't got to deal with a lot of that other petty shit.
And hopefully it'll help me attract better because I've worked on myself.
No, it will. It does.
Yeah. It's good stuff, girl.
I'm working on it. Bitch, I'm in therapy. I'm working on it.
I'm proud.
I am working on it.
I'm very proud. We've been through some stuff, girl. We bounce back every time.
I'm trying. I don't look like what I've been through.
I say
bars. Bars.
Don't look like it.
That shit's real. Perseverance is mandatory. You want to grow, gotta be able to persevere.
You're funny. You good? Royal advice.
Ain't nobody said it was gonna be easy, but it'll get easy when you learn how to love yourself. When you get to a point in your life where you look at people and you go, okay, wait a minute, you or me, you will make a decision.
I don't know. We talked about so many different things. I don't even know what I would
position yourself so you can attract the things that you need to attract.
Only if you want power.
And then pussy.
Ooh.
Not from here.
Or dick for the women.
Yeah.
Or if you like,
whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
That sounds so weird.
Welcome to our century. This world, modern world we live in.
Amazing.
You can do whatever you like.
Work on yourself. Read a book. Start a business. Build a house. Do something productive.
That's a good one. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. I would do all my regular stuff. I'm not going to do that because I don't want you to know.
Oh, secret.
See you next week.
Wow. Okay. This will be a later episode. It was a pleasure.